If you want to take macro photos on your Motorola smartphone, then first of all, of course, we're gonna open the camera. Then once you open the camera, what you can do is you can see if you have a dedicated macro mode. Usually it can be automatically enabled, and you can tell that you are using the macro mode, for example, by the quality if you point your camera at a small subject, and also by this flower. This flower indicates the macro mode. So if you have it, then that's great. It's really convenient because now you can take a photo with a good quality while keeping the camera close to the subject. Sometimes you can also use a little bit of zoom in order to make sure that you can make the camera even, you can take the photo even closer to the subject. And of course, then you can take the photo quite easily. However, sometimes it is not possible. Sometimes you cannot use the zoom at all. And in some cases, you do not have a dedicated macro camera or macro mode. So let's say that we do not have the macro camera. As you can see right now, everything is blurry because the dedicated macro mode is disabled. So what you can do in this case is you can keep the distance between the subject and the camera. So if you keep the distance, you should be able to still have the sharp image on the subject, or at least in some way quite sharp. And then you can use a little bit of zoom. So try to zoom in, and hopefully you can get a pretty decent quality. In my case, it is actually quite hard because the phone has the dedicated macro camera, so it refuses for me to actually zoom in properly, but you can get the idea. We can just try to use a little bit of zoom, but of course you don't want to use too much zoom as well, because if you use more zoom, then the quality of the photo gets worse. And that is pretty much it. Leave a like and subscribe.